We just don't have this. We don't we don't look at each other on the street and say hello. We don't touch each other. One thing that I was thinking about when you're talking about boundaries, where we are constantly invading one another's space, we're also creating.
Never connecting.
We're never really connecting. So it's like we're building boundaries around things that could be open and cutting through places where
it shouldn't be.
Right. So it's a.
Exactly. One of the things that also drives me crazy in this country is the conversation about socialism when it comes to the health issue. And the disparagement in America that England and Australia, they're socialist countries, and it's sort of said with venom like they're almost communist, right? And the fact is, they're more democratic than America. They're more honest than America in their politics. Yeah, they're totally democratic countries, and they simply have a different contract. The social contract in America is screw you, I'm okay, right? And if you're down, that's your problem. Nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. In Australia, we have a different mentality and a different social contract, which is we're all in this boat together. So if you're in poverty on the street, how does that help my quality of life?
Right.
Yeah. So we make sure everyone's handled to a degree. And with things, so what happens? We've got free education. When I say free, it's paid for by taxes, but not directly out of your pocket. Mm-hmm. Everyone contributes to a system, and I call it democratic humanism. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Socialism, sure, but that's,
it's been vilified as a...
It's got baggage.
Yeah.
It's democratic humanism, where we say, I as a human cannot abide you being hungry and homeless on the street there. That's not okay with me to see my fellow humans. And the joke is America proclaims itself as a Christian country. I don't see a lot of Christian goddamn charity. Yeah, I really don't. And I don't see any of it in the politics, and the hypocrisy is that the Republicans who proclaim to have God on their side don't give a damn about the person who is broke. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they don't get it. I mean, Newt Gingrich, on a panel once with Jesse Jackson, said the poor should pull themselves up by their own bootstraps, and Jesse Jackson interceded, and I will love him forever for this. And he said, really, Newt, what if they don't have boots? And that just said it all.
Yeah.
It never occurred to Newt Gingrich that poor people mightn't have boots. Jesse Jackson's been there, yeah? So where's this Christian caring for your brother and love your brother as yourself? That's socialism. I'll take it. Yeah. I'll take it. I think that so-called socialist countries are following the precepts, the human precepts that are proclaimed by Christianity far better than America does.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm willing to be shown to be wrong on that, but I haven't seen that in 18 years. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So here's the answer, here's the hope. Let's let and invite and challenge Christian America to act like Christians. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Love your brother as yourself. Turn the other cheek if someone bombs you. Oh, sorry, hits you. While we're on that, most of what's presented as Christianity is Old Testament. It's not New Testament. Yeah. Jesus came to change the Old Testament, to give new understanding, right? All the anti-gay stuff, Old Testament. Eye for an eye, revenge, Old Testament. Yeah? Mm-hmm. That's not Christianity, that's Judaism. Mm-hmm. That's their book, as Lewis Black loves to remind us. Have you seen Lewis Black on
I have, but I haven't seen it recently.
That man cracks me. He gets onto that thing about leave our book alone. We know what it means. You got your own book. It's classic comedy. Yeah. So maybe there's the answer. Let's practice a little more Christianity.
Yeah.
Well, or as I call it, Christianity. Yeah, less Christianity, more Christianity. Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
Well, I mean, we're in a time now where, although you said it's what we do with it that counts, you know,
Yeah.
either we sink or swim. I mean, I think that
Oh.
it's becoming blatantly clear that the systems we've put so much trust and faith in are not working for us.
Yeah.
Or not that we've put trust and
Yeah.
faith in. It's kind of like been that ball effect where, you know, we've been sort of
Yeah.
trying to work with a within an ethos that just doesn't serve people, that serves consumerism. And so now that that's crumbling,
Yeah.
Julia Butterfly says the one beautiful thing about things that are not sustainable is that they're not sustainable.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that there's hope in that to
Yes.
me,
Yeah.
that something might, you know, something has to come out of it or we fail completely.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I see in America, I've seen historically in America and in my lifetime, is that America is a country of extremes. And it's like that craziness is like a pendulum where it goes Richard Nixon and Watergate, then it goes back the other way. So there's lots more freedom and powers controlled and all that. So it just goes from one extreme to the other, right? But part of the problem is that so much of America happens with a narrative that has nothing to do with reality.
Yeah.
I'll give you a quick example. Ronald Reagan basically got elected because he convinced America that he'd take us back to some happier, more halcyon days, that he grew up with. And one of the things at the time was, one of the big political issues was family values, and you know, it's bad to have a child out of wedlock, and Dan Quayle and TV shows and stuff. And it was just crap. The nuclear family has never been the majority in America, ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah? The majority of Americans, since the beginning, were born out of wedlock, out of normal nuclear families. Yet that's not what we're told. So that's what I mean too about, you know, facing reality is what's real.
Right.
What's
What
real,
is real?
here.
Trying to
Really,
reproduce
really.
reality that's never existed.
Yeah, and I think part of the craziness of that is that the American dream is big.
Yeah.
And the American dream is strong. And people in America, Americans, are visionaries. They want something special. They want to be the best. They want to lead the world. And that's a big job. And that takes sweat and guts and risk, and it takes being honest and real and confronting yourself and being real with others. Yeah, and it's hard work. And at some point, I don't know when it was, but at some point it got easier to just tell ourselves we'd already done it. That we're already there. We're the best. And we lie. So we create the American nightmare. Yeah? If the dream ain't real, it's a nightmare. If you're living as if life is a certain way and it ain't, then you're going to create problems. You're literally going to bang into walls. You're literally going to fall downstairs. You're going to hurt yourself because you're not dealing with reality, real reality. Yeah?
That's brilliant. That's good. I mean, it's true.